Hello and welcome to another episode of Judged by That Dude in Blue with me, David. If you guys are new here, this is where you guys send your vehicles to this email and I give my opinion on them. I have been driving cars for over 10 years. I've actually been a SEMA judge for Battle of the Builders back in 2017. And apparently you guys like me breaking your guys' builds down and talking about them. Plus, it gives you guys a chance to be in the limelight a little bit. And I know you guys all appreciate that. Normally on Judged by That Dude in Blue, I try to find cars that I either didn't even know existed or builds that are mostly unorthodox. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna run into some normal cars every now and then that are common in the car scene, but I get really excited when I find cars I've never seen before. Side note, if you would like a key tag or a snapback, I do have those back in stock. And on that note, let's get started. 1994 GSR with an AEM cold air intake, hybrid racing shifter, hybrid racing's good people, and an Apexi exhaust, so old school stuff. Wait, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? No. Is that a kooky front end from a 240 on an Integra? No, dude, how did, wait, it's an Integra, right? Wait, oh my God, it's an Integra. Wait, how did you do this? Does kooky front fenders and everything just bolt onto an Integra? Is there something I don't know about? Because that is something I've never seen, ever. I feel like I'm out of the loop here. That is I love the diffuser on the back too. Like, does this car not know what it is? I'm speechless. Hold on. Oh, that's cool too. I think he said it was a Cutlass Supreme. Okay, that is baller. But okay, the Cutlass is a Cutlass. It's gorgeous. You did a really good job. But I'm still so mind blown that you did a Integra. I don't even know what to say about it, and a GSR motor, so that's really neat. Dude, if I'm ever in Illinois, I definitely have to check this thing out in person because I am mind blown by this thing. I still don't know how to feel about the half and half. It's so interesting to me when people do these builds when like one half is another car and the other half is a different car. I know the G35 sometimes tried to do that GTR R35 front swap on them, and I still don't know how I feel about them. If it took a lot of work, props to you, man. That's something I've never seen before, ever. And I've been to a million car shows. Hi, David. This is my 1968 Pro Touring Camaro. To quickly go over the car, it has full Detroit speed suspension sitting on Ford Star wheels, powered by a built LS2 with a monster 4L60 trans with upgraded Chevy Performance 6-piston Brembo brakes. So he has done everything. I actually just reviewed a whole bunch of cars from Detroit Speed and they know what they are doing. They are the best resto mods I've ever driven. All right, so let's take a look. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at it. It's so pretty. I know that our generation, for the most part, is more into the JDM scene and the modern domestics, but when you see, like, oh my God, look at the tucked bay, look at all of that, I'm loving this right now. Wow, like, look at that roller shot. If you saw that car rolling down the street, that's it, man. That is it. Wow, that is incredible work, incredible craftsmanship, and that is worthy of being, say, at SEMA, in my opinion. And it wouldn't just be another wide-bodied bagged car that you would see there. Hey, my name is Devin. I truly enjoy watching your videos. Here's a few of my cars. The 1993 Civic sedan, B20 with a Type R head, wire tuck, Lancer front seats, all that good stuff. Oh, he went full Fast and Furious. Look at this thing. Sir, I appreciate you having the guts to do a Fast and Furious style car. Good for you. I know it's not in style anymore, but I absolutely adore people that are inspired by that era. He's also got a Mark III Supra that is being underway, you can tell. Oh, really underway. And a Camaro. Very diverse group of cars. I applaud you for not sticking to only one genre in the car scene, and I love when people do that. So the Civic is fun to look at, but I'm sure you deal with a lot of hate, and I'm sorry that you deal with that. It's one of those things where it's like an inside joke. If you're in the inside joke, you think it's awesome. If you think you're just some guy on the street, somebody thinks you're taking it way too seriously, like my car is the best in the world, I got like my decals on here, you can definitely see how you get a lot of hate, and I'm sorry that you probably have to deal with that. Volvo 945 Turbo. All right, I don't know a lot about Volvos, but I love when people build them because I don't know a lot about them. Okay, so he's got pretty much the steelies for the winter, and then he has nice wheels when it's dry outside. Oh, I like the rally lights. That's really neat. So what I'm noticing is that you're really using what you got, and I really enjoy when people do build when they just don't have anything else and they can just figure something out and modify their own daily driver or their own car that wouldn't be seen as special. But this is just simple, to the point, and it looks pretty cool with the long body being so low. Redneck Kyle 18, that's what this email is. Hey, my name is Kyle, I'm 20 years old. I have a Stance 08 Shelby Cobalt. It's sitting on F90 Simmons wheels, and they're stretched, and APR performance wing, HID headlights, a DNA muffler, soon to be ZZP 2.5-inch downpipe. So ZZP, if you don't know about them, they build a ton of the Cobalts and Saturn Ion Red lines and stuff like that. A friend of mine back in the day at the Woodward Dream Cruise used to have one, and it was a ton of fun to drive. It was the supercharged one. I know the turbo ones are a better car overall, in my opinion. It was really fun to hear a supercharged one with a built Cobalt SS motor. It was just neat. Okay, so very simple. Oh, okay. So I get what you're going for, but it definitely needs to be lowered. You say it's a stance car, but right now it just needs to have that stance element to it, in my opinion. I'm not hating on anybody, but definitely get that car lowered, and that way the meaty tires won't look so out there, if that makes sense. If you lower it, it looks like there's a little bit of fender damage from you rolling the fenders or something. But yeah, if you get that all fixed, oh, that's why. Okay, sorry, you had that on there. Definitely the headlights look nice, all this, but you have lots of rock chips here, which, in my opinion, rock chips are okay, because it shows you drive the freaking car. I'm not a garage queen person. I have no idea how people garage queen their cars all the time. I cannot do it. If you see like a Porsche GT3 with no rock chips on it, shame on you. But yeah, just get that thing lowered, get it color matched with that fender, and then you'll be much better off. Maybe get a wheel size that's a little bit bigger, in my opinion, to fill in that gap some, but that's just me. Okay, we have a Rat Rod Sentra. My name is Angel Meza from Dallas. I saw a video of you asking for a unique build, so here's mine. This is my build, a 1998 Nissan Sentra I bought for $500 in Louisiana and drove to Texas. Oh, and he learned how to drive manual in it too. That's pretty cool. He's got coilover, he's got LED bars, he's got eBay roof rack, he's got the works, bro. All right, let's take a look. 200 SX front bumper? Okay, I'm curious now. Oh, okay. I see what you're trying to do here. Oh, he's got the license plate fenders. I always thought that was so funny when people used license plate as like body work. This definitely reminds me of a car I reviewed back in the day called the Tanked Out 240 SX. Had the same shark mouth, same color. Oh, look at that before and after. Yeah, definitely look at that freaking license plate fender, dog. He's making it work for himself. If that's rattle can, that's not too shabby. I know you're going for a rat rod look. If you're trying to be like a nice camo job, that would be a problem. But since you're going for that rat rod beater kind of look on purpose, I think it's really well done. I think it's really unique. You don't see a lot of people modify cars like these, and you bombed. That's so funny. Okay, it seems like you understand this car and you understand this build. The underglow makes it. To me, you understand the point of it. You don't take it too seriously. And that's really cool. The artwork's really cool. Oh, you have some install pictures. That is the perfect photo for this. It's like in its natural habitat, right? Really good job. I'm impressed. And I know a lot of people won't be impressed, but it's a different side of the car scene we don't see a lot. I'm not sure if you're planning on doing this again anytime soon. Sorry guys, I know it's been a while. This is my 2002 Monte Carlo SS Dale Earnhardt Signature Edition, or the Intimidator SS for short. That's my North Carolina boy coming out. I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina. Full bolt-ons, complete suspension, lowered, making 240 horsepower, made 180 wheel horsepower stock. It's a 3.8 liter in a V6. Okay, so you have kind of this Mustang wheel style that I've seen a lot, and I kind of like it. If I saw this in person, I'd be like, if there's a way to do this car, it's this way. Because you don't, dude, that's actually pretty neat. See, this car to me was always kind of like a cash grab for me. Like I saw the Dale Earnhardt, and they also had like the Dale Jr. one too, I think, off the top of my head. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But honestly, that's a sick rolling shot of a car that I never thought could be made look decent. If you're gonna do it this way, just lower it, put it on a nice wheel setup. I like it. I actually think it's kind of neat. So good job, and the fact that you got any more horsepower out of it, period, is pretty cool. This kind of gives me, what's it called? The Pontiac GTP vibes, you know, the supercharged GTP, which I'm still trying to review, by the way. Still never got my hands on one. I wish this thing was rear-wheel drive, but at least it was still a coupe. Then it turned into a boring four-door thing, like the Dodge Charger did for a while. Bobby Lugo says, a 98 Contour SVT. Believe it or not, I went down to VMP and did a whole bunch of car reviews, and I did like a 1,000 horsepower Mustang and all this stuff. I then, on the side, did an SVT Contour. It was the most successful video out of all of them because it was unique, it's different. You never see these in good condition. So he's got an R intake on it, it's been tuned, and a Taurus spoiler, a Ford Taurus spoiler. Is that the spoiler from the Taurus that had the RX-7 type lights on it? Because my dad had one of those as a company car. I remember my dad coming home with it and it was beige, or that ugly gold that was on it. My dad was so excited about it, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this thing, even as an 8-year-old. That was the 1998 Ford Taurus. The Ford Taurus was rough for a while, but I like how this looks. You don't really see him in black. I usually see him in silver. And I also did my driver's test in a beige Ford Contour. It was very unfortunate. Had that emergency brake for the instructor too. He was my cross-country coach, so he yelled a lot. Next, judge my RB26 powered wagon. All right, what kind of wagon is it? Congrats on the 1 million subs. Thanks, man. Here's my 1998 Nissan Stagea 260 RS. It's an RB26 and all-wheel drive from the factory. What? Okay, built top end, previously making 270 kilowatts. I'm assuming you're from down under. That's my guess. 350-ish horsepower, but busted my big end bearing, so she's being rebuilt for 530 horsepower. Bro. Dude. I want one. This is one of the neatest cars I've ever seen on Judged by That Dude in Blue. Like, I'm kind of speechless because it has like a sports car vibe to it, right? But oh, look at the motor. Look at that. That is so cool. Yeti. That is, I like that photo a lot. Like, just it shows the contrast. I like the blue calipers as well. This thing not only has the motor, but it has the looks too. I like the silver color on it. I like your wheel choice. I like the stance of it. Okay. If I'm ever where you're from, please let me film this car. I really like it. I would totally review that Rat Rod Sentra too, totally. Hello, my name is Brandon. I'm from SoCal, and this is my bagged 2013 Acura TL with the tech package. Here is his mod list right here. If you'd like to read it, it's quite a bit. And let's take a look at it. Okay, it's this generation of the TL. I don't ever see people modify this generation of the Acura TL. I remember when this one came out and a lot of people did not like how this one looked, how the back has this very boxy, ridgy look to it. That was terrible, I apologize. How the back kind of concaved in with these ridges, a lot of people didn't dig that. But I think that looks good from the back. Okay, I think you really cleaned up the front end of this car. The front end of this car is super bland and weird looking when it's factory, especially because they sold so many of these in gray and silver. It just had no character whatsoever. And this being in black and on wheels and all that, it looks very nice. If I saw this at a local car meet, I'd be like, that's how you do a daily. You know, that's how I see somebody taking a car that they would just daily drive and modifying it to their liking. That camber though, when you're bagged, I'm sure you get this all the time. Do you drive it like that? And the answer is obviously no. Hi, I'm Jack from Australia. Here are the two cars I have. It's a 2004 BA Mark II FPV GT and a 2006 BF Mark I FPV GTP. Oh yes, I love these. That car looks good in yellow too. I think yellow, look at that V8, that's so cool. Like, we really missed out on cars like these. And it's such a bummer that Ford was so gutsy with these kind of cars in Australia, and they just had no guts here in the States to try anything like this. And you know, we also missed out on that beautiful Ford inline six that they made, the Barra, which is still very frustrating we never got, because that's what I would have put in my 240 if they were more commonplace. Yeah, so I always forget that when I was younger, somebody would say, hey, you ever watch Australian supercars? And as a kid, when you heard the term supercar, you thought Lamborghini, Ferrari, stuff like that. But no, you end up learning that it's a class of car, right? A class of race car. And when you saw the Falcons and the Holdens and stuff like that, you're like, wait, that's a supercar? But that's just me being American and being naive, right? But I love these cars. I adore them. I wish I could have one. And don't try and convince me to just import one illegally, because I'm not doing it. All right, hello from Sweden. Not my car, but my friend's. It's a Volvo 744 made into a pickup. Sounds weird? Yeah, it's a Swedish thing, since we can't get a driver's license until we are 18, but we can still get a moped license at 15, so we take a car and register it as a tractor. That's ingenious. That's a clap right there. That explains the bed and legal speed of 30 kilometers per hour. More in the car, it's a B230 engine with 115 slow horsepower, not fast horsepower. 2 gearboxes because of boring legal reasons. 17-inch rims and painted white with a brush. Okay, you can definitely tell it's like tail. Nice accent, I know. You can definitely tell it's like house paint. No way. I can't. Look at that, how they took this and just made it work so they could legally drive. That is ingenious. Look, you got a manual with the gearbox, all that. I know this isn't a fast vehicle, but this shows the genius of car people. People figuring out a way to just be able to drive as early as possible. Honestly, you guys take the cake when it comes to just being clever on today's episode. All right, we're going back to a more normal kind of thing. Hey, I'm Billy. Just wanted to see what you think about my 2004 STI I've had since 2013, my senior year of high school. I graduated college in 2013. Don't let this baby face fool you. I'm about to turn 30. I know my life is over. No, oh man, look at that thing. That's like a Subi with a Y body that's done right. Like, it doesn't look like it's been hacked up. It looks like it was done by a professional body. Look at that. Oh my God, that interior. Wow, this is one of my favorite blob eyes I've ever seen. And I'm not exaggerating. I just mean, look, he has functional cooling vents. These are great vents. I can't remember what company makes them. It's Trax something. I think they're just called Trax Spec or something. I am so sorry if I'm wrong, but they do a really good job keeping everything cool. It looks nice. It looks mean. He made the blob eye look mean. He's got the hella horns here, which was such a big trend in the early 2010s. If you had a Subi or an Evo and you didn't have hella horns, you weren't doing it right. Honestly, very well done. I enjoy it. If I saw this at a car show, I'd be like, that's the Subi I would take home. All right, 2017 Chevy Sonic RS Turbo. Here it is. Anything but a masterpiece. Dude. You know what this reminds me of? Bow Wow's VW in Tokyo Drift. Just as much green as possible. It's like if That Dude in Blue was that dude in green and had a Chevy Sonic. Wow. You didn't mess around. You are the Hulk of Chevy Sonics. Okay, here's the thing though. If you look at it, his fitment's pretty good. It's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It has a good wheel and tire setup, but if you're into color matched wheels, this is the guy for you. But you don't see a lot of the Chevy Sonics being used in a way that I think Chevy was hoping for. I think more people at Chevy and GM wanted people to modify the Sonic more as kind of a hot hatch type of thing. Hi David, longtime subscriber from Sweden. Here is my old 1983 Toyota Carina, chassis related to the Corolla KE70 and the AE86. Okay, you can definitely tell the Corolla influence and also a little bit of like Toyota Crown, but it looks smaller. The body lines are very similar to the Crown. But okay, oh, he's got the purple light too. So many people did that. And there is Sweden for you, snowing all the time. Is that an oil cooler? General question for all my fellow friends from Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Finland. Do you guys have a hard time keeping your cars running from the extreme winters you guys have? Or do you guys manage with like box heaters and stuff like that? I love learning from you guys around the world, and that's why I'm here. Hi, my name is Jaden. I'm 17 from the UK. December 2019, just before my 17th birthday, decided to look for a potential first car. Originally, I was looking on Mark II Polos and Lupos. Custom stitched door cards, seats, rear seats, color-coded interior plastics, baby blue paint job with glitter. The rear is cambered, rear lights, he's done everything to this thing, to a Lupo. Okay, the Lupo is a car I'm very unfamiliar with, and the body lines are very odd, how it just kind of ends. With a normal hot hatch, usually it kind of goes and then elegantly comes down. The Lupo is like a curvy hot hatch and then just a right angle. Okay, I see you. You know what? I like the kind of Smurf thing you got going on. I mean, from ThatDudeinBlue, yours truly. Wow, for being okay. You're telling me you fit a sound system in a Lupo? All right, hats off to you. That looks very nice. For having such limited space in your trunk, that looks great. Somehow you managed to have a clean trunk in this itty bitty tiny trunk. Good job, dude. Hi, David. Love the videos. Keep up the good work. This is my boyfriend's 3rd gen 2014 Mazda 3 Touring. Check this thing out. So it's a Mazda 3 Touring, since they never made the Speed 3 again. I drove a Mazda 3 earlier this year that was modified, kind of inspired by the Speed 3. And this, wow, that looks really nice. Look at his exhaust though. He like barely made it. Like it's barely clearing that curve. That looks really nice. The side profile looks good. You've lowered it just enough to where it's usable and it looks like you did something to the car. I really like your front lip setup. The grille and everything matches very well. It's pleasant on the eye. And this little duckbill, I don't know if that's stock, but it looks very nice. You didn't overdo it. This is my 1965 Mustang Coupe that is Coyote swapped. You know, I'm gonna be a sucker for this. I've always wanted to Coyote swap something. In fact, at one point I thought about doing a drag Fox body with a turbo Coyote in it. What do you guys think about that in the future? Maybe next year. Upvote it on a comment if you really want to see that happen. TR6060 6-speed from a GT500, adjustable front and rear, coil over suspension is to be painted soon. The body looks like it's been pretty well done when it comes to before paint. The interior is mint overall for being such an old car. And look at that, I'm sure it didn't just drop in there, but you did a really good job making it look like it just dropped in there. My question for you is, how is the brake booster, the steering, and the exhaust? On that note, guys, what did you think about today's show? Did you enjoy all the cars we looked at? Was there any of them that you thought was your favorite out of all of them, and which one would you choose to own? I like the diversity we have in these episodes, and I'm gonna keep that up as much as I can. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a wonderful day. This video is brought to you by Patterson Car Care. Get double of premium original detail product for half the price. Head over to PattersonCarCare.com or go to the link in the description below.